Hi, everybody.
Are we live?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Hold on. Be ready. Okay, sorry. Hey, guys.
Yay, hi, everybody.
What's
I'm under all
up?
these little things.
Shacole.
Here?
Shacole la.
We did it.
So, do we supposed to read this? Whoa, this is fast.
Can you see?
Hi there. Hi.
Whoa.
Avocado. No, that's it. This is really quickly. Hi, everyone. France. What's up? Ricola. Portugal. Germany. You guys are from all over the place.
So cute. Italy is here. Hi.
France. Texas. Quebec.
Hello.
Wow.
Wait, can we move this over?
Russia. It's not a Russian accent, is it?
Yeah? All we want. Shannon, we really cozy up here to make this happen.
Yeah, I think that's what they want.
Get in there. What's happening? What's going on?
Damn. Cool. Well, what's going on, guys? How's the weather out there? It got really warm in Toronto today.
It's super warm.
Unusually so, because it was pretty cold last week. The weather's really been yo-yoing here a lot.
Am I the only one losing though?
Nice.
Don't lose us. Squeeze more, someone said.
Squeeze more. Maybe you should take your jacket off.
Wait, what? What's going on? England is raining. Hi from Brazil. LA is hot as bagels. Good one. That's nice.
Bagels.
I feel like if
Toasted bagels.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Love you too.
so let's start it off with Vanless Nat, who asks if you guys can do an impression of each other's characters.
You can't see. Can you see what he's like striking it
I just came in with my bow and arrow.
here.
This.
Is that really what I'm like?
Well, no, it's a terrible impression. But what else am I supposed to do?
I'm like, okay, this is my impression of you.
She's done many of them on the show.
I have.
If you pay attention.
I do. I've been like, here, I know you don't like me, but shake my hand.
And then no.
Yeah.
And then do the gun thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
That was
How's
like
that, guys?
almost improvised. Like we did a couple takes of that, and then Spencer was like, "Shannon, just like twirl it." And
I wasn't sure about it, but I went with it.
yeah, and then I didn't even know it was gonna happen, and then I just copied it impulsively, and
That
then
worked out well.
yeah, it was a thing. It was a whole thing.
Did. Dork Vanless asks, who is your favorite character besides your own and why?
Ooh.
I love that tall redhead. That babe. Sharon.
I think Bay's a different person. Who's my favorite character? I don't know. I think I like LaFontaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm into the like science angle. And
I
the
think in real
awkwardness.
life's really cool too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Very
Caitlin's rad.
intelligent, very observant.
Draco Pyromaniac asks, what was your first reaction to the Carmilla fan base?
I was kind of shocked, but happy and impressed, and proud that it was local and Smoke Bomb and its own sort of story. So I was definitely surprised on the YouTube with so many views. You guys are very supportive, and it's very touching, and it sometimes feels undeserved, but it's very flattering. And we love having you guys around, and like it wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you.
Yeah, my first reaction was shock. It was great. I felt like it was such a warm reception. There were tweets. There was fan art. I think I've talked before about how much I enjoyed the fan art of the raining tampons. So yeah, it's been such an awesome, so nice to have everybody be so welcoming. So thank you.
So
Hi, Scott.
Matt
Hello, Scott.
Cassie asks, give yourself a nickname without judgment.
Myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. My
First thing I thought was douchebag, but that's appropriate. I'm gonna edit that one out. But I couldn't think of anything else.
Well, my real life nickname is Stamper, which I have no judgment about that. I like being called that. That's fine.
Okay.
Stamperoo.
Whoa Mommy Live asks, if you could give your character a backstory, what would it be?
He's a virgin. I think that'd be appropriate. Am I allowed to be? It'd have to be PG on this thing. Is that
Too late now.
Well, come on. There's a lot more crazy things on that.
I think my character's backstory is that Mel probably wasn't always as comfortable being wasn't always as comfortable being outspoken as she is now. I don't know. I think I'd have to spend some time delving into that. I think I have some ideas, but I would have to. I want to make sure it was canon. You know.
I think mine comes from a poor background, and he knows he has to work really hard for what he has. He's very ambitious, and he doesn't think that he thinks friends are a temporary thing. Things come and go, and he's very focused on what he wants and needs. He's very loyal if you are, on the same team as him. But if not, he doesn't, it's very easy to mix up business and relationships, and he is pretty clear on what those are.
Nego Vandal asks if either of you can do any impressions or accents, and if so, can you demonstrate?
I'm terrible at that. I'm terrible at doing that on the fly.
Really?
I can work in that, yeah.
I mean, gosh, I don't know. I can do some like singing impressions. Like I do a surprisingly not bad like
Arnold.
Like
Gato got out.
I can sing like the Cranberries. Like I can sing Zombie and I kind of sound like the Cranberries. Really? Oh my god. That's like, oh, why would I even say that? What's the matter with me?
Does he have singing challenges?
Yeah. She's like,
Is that Zombies, right?
all the things he said to me today change my perspective. Like, can I stop?
Yeah! That's pretty sick. That's pretty great.
Be careful not to give anything away, but Smalls Vanless asks you to describe the season finale in 2 words.
You're cheating.
I'm gonna say badass. That's 2 words, or is that?
I don't want to give them anything. I'm just gonna say you're cheating. I'm not saying anything. You gotta wait and see. It's gonna be. You're gonna. It's gonna. I don't even. Yeah, I'm gonna keep quiet from there. Just watch it. Watch it.
Jake Clown asks, how do you guys prepare for your roles for trial?
I watched the whole series, and I read all the scripts, and I took archery lessons. And what else did I do? I think I thought a lot about body language. I decided that she's really athletic. I wanted her to really feel in her body. And I go, you do some auditions where you know that's going to be in a close-up the whole time. So you're really playing like these tiny, minuscule, internal emotions. But having watched Carmilla, I knew that it was going to be done in like a big wide shot, so you'd see full body. So I wanted to make sure that Mel felt really grounded in her physicality because I think she's athletic. So I the morning of, I was like doing like calisthenics to like feel really physical and comfortable and grounded. And I kind of came into the audition like very full body engaged. That's what I did.
Yeah, she's a sexy character. I was. Everyone's like falling on the floor. Yeah. Seriously though. But anyway, so
Thanks.
I watched the whole series like on YouTube because I hadn't seen the show, so I'd be doing the dishes, cleaning the house. I just played through the whole season, then just read the script. But I actually, originally did Theo in an American accent, and then when I met with Spence, the director, he asked if I was interested in doing it in my own. I was like, sure, because all my other work is not being in my own accent. So I was very open to that. And then just trying to know my lines on set because everything was happening so fast and we weren't really used to shooting that quickly. Because, the advantage with theater is you rehearse stuff, you do a rehearsal and you find it and then you do it in one take or one performance each time. And then with TV, you do like maybe 3 takes, but you don't get to rehearse. Whereas in this case, we wanted to do 1 take but with no rehearsal. So it was, you had to really be on your toes and then be in a physical space because you're on camera but also at a distance. Mm-hmm. So just try to get a sense of the space and how the cast ticks and to be in the world of the story.
You're being asked to blow them a kiss. Someone said you seem so nice. I can't tell if they mean you or me.
Susanna_Gasp asks, what is your dream role?
My dream role? That already changes as time goes because I think as a person I have different, baggage and things along my way. So there's different things I'm interested in now than I was yesterday and than I will be tomorrow. So there's no end goal for me. I'm interested in all sorts of roles and I hope to do a plethora of different tones of work. So I don't really want to be attached to one thing or one vision. And being attached to something, you know, even in relationships, you expect things of people and you expect things of this, and that's when you land up in disappointment, and you just want to really try to be in gratitude of what is there and what you're growing from in the moment.
I think for me, I get cast to play a lot of characters who are sort of in control in whatever moment they're in. They're often like in a very confident space. I haven't played a lot of characters who are really vulnerable, so I think I'd be interested in exploring that. I don't care too much like the specifics of who the character is, but exploring like a deeper side of vulnerability, I think for me would be something that I would be interested in.
And I think something that we both relate to too is being ethnic. We often feel like we're sort of, you know, put into one sort of bracket, and we can't be something because we're the ethnic person, or there's, you know, only one ethnic person in the car store, you know. So it's like, oh, I can't just be a general person. I have to have this thing attached to me, and that's something that we're trying to break down with our roles. You know, and things changing slowly, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are certain kinds of roles that I just don't even go for. Like and my agent's awesome and understands it, so I just don't go for certain things. And there's certain kinds of, I just have like a sort of like a private personal manifesto of the kind of work I'm interested in doing and the kind that I'm just not interested in doing. And so that's kind of my personal way of addressing that politically. Like there's just some things where I read it and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's funny because actually on the way here, like someone called and said, do you want to do this job? And I was like, I kind of realized like my philosophy in life right now is like either it's like hell yeah or nah. Like if I don't like want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna like, oh maybe, I don't know, it'd probably be okay. Like I don't want to commit to stuff that's not interesting to me anymore. So I'm at this point where I'm just like, if it excites me, if the collaborators are awesome, if the work is awesome to me in some way, I'll totally do it, and I'll move hell or high water to do it too. But if it's like, I don't care. I'm not motivated by money. I'm not motivated by like career prestige. I'm motivated by like being engaged by what I do. So that's kind of like my new thing in that regard. Like,
and there's something to be said for, you know, stereotypes, because those things are the stereotypes for a reason. But then there's also the level that you want there to be a more expansive vision of what is actually, well, representation of what's actually there. So when I was a kid, I had not really any role models that I saw on TV that I saw as myself that I could relate to. Whereas, you know, with Carmilla, for some of you, that's something you don't see represented very much, and I think that's why it's spoken to a lot of you folks. But, you know, I think it's also important for ethnic people to not just be told that is who they have to be that math guy or that asexual sort of character or the clown. You can be the quarterback or, you know, just the warrior or something like that. You don't have to be the best friend or, you know, we can be those too, but that's not all that you should be, and I feel like media tells us that. And that makes me put up a bit of a wall sometimes. So I try to take that into consideration in my roles. Long answer to that one question.
I work with friends a lot. Like a lot of my friends, I'm so lucky. I've gone to a point where my friends have started like writing parts for me and stuff. And it's great because I can have conversations with them and just say like, you know what, like I want to come at this from this kind of direction. I'm not interested in. There's a certain kind of jokes I'm not interested in. There are certain character traits I'm not interested in. There are certain like regions I'm not going to pretend that I'm from. And it's just, I just kind of like, there was one project that I got kind of started to get involved with, and I was just like, you know what, this does not fit. Like, I'm not going to do this. And I pulled out of it and decided to just not put myself in that situation again. So I make decisions based on what am I excited about, and part of that is like creatively, and part of that is politically too. There's just some things I won't do. So Carmilla is awesome because, I mean, I have friends who are genderqueer, who are queer, who are trans, whatever. Like, I love the idea that there's characters on this show who represent so many different ways of being, and that there's so many people, like seeing everybody at Fan Expo come and say, you know, I've been able to sort of like come to terms with aspects of my gender or sexuality from watching this show. That felt awesome. Like that kind of feeling is like that's why I do this. I want to connect with people. I want to be a part of something that's meaningful to people. I don't just want to like do famous bullshit, you know?
But you want to be malleable too. You want to be water. Like, you know, I'm saying this stuff. I don't want to make you guys be like, this is who I am and this is what I'm sticking to. I mean, you sort of want to bend the situation a bit. Like, I may have told you this before, but I was having a photo shoot for something in a suit, and the guy was like, hey, can you do a kick? And it's not the first time I've been asked to do a kick before. From nowhere, dude. So I'm like, a kick? Well, okay. So I did like a flying kick, okay, in a suit. But then when I did the flying kick, I actually, like, I checked my watch, I adjusted my bow tie, and I did the flying kick at the same time, just to make it not sort of so Hong Kong. You know, I just sort of gave it a bit of modern flair, and the photo turned out pretty well. But I gave them what they wanted, but I made it my own at the same time, and that's sort of what we need to sort of do. You get geeky roles or certain roles, and you make them how you want to make them, you know? So that's up to you how you want to interpret that.
Yeah, I quietly improvise a lot of new jokes.
I'm gonna have to great answer via answer story. That was amazing. But we're going to the lightning round. So you guys have
Trying to attack the ground.
Punch these lightning bolts down here. Who are you talking to?
So I'm gonna ask you questions and you have to answer as quickly as you can. Ready?
Okay.
What's your favorite thing about your characters?
She's tough.
Man,
What house of Harry Potter would you belong?
Gryffindor.
I have never watched the show.
What's your favorite song to play on a road trip?
I'm happy.
Oh. Musicals.
Got any dorky or surprising talents?
I can blow spit bubbles with my mouth.
Do it.
It takes a long time. I have to take like 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
Okay, what are you a fangirl
Try to
boy
do it
for?
now. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh. I don't think I'm really a fangirl for anything. I'm
What's
sorry.
your favorite meal?
Steak.
Chickpea lentil curry.
Best hugger on the cast.
Ooh.
If you could play any other character, who would it be?
Shh.
Yeah, Shannon.
Maybe Maddie.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
do you guys have a favorite band or artist?
Just Ginger. I love Sia. I love Just Ginger.
I used to love the Bare Naked Ladies when I was a youngin', like so much, and I still have kind of a soft spot, so maybe I'd say them.
Who's cooler, Mel or Theo?
Mel's cooler. She's cooler. But I'd want Theo to, if he had my back in like a bad situation.
I think Theo is hipper, but Mel's more sincere.
Mel's
So you can
cooler.
decide
She's much
which.
Cooler. I don't think Theo's that cool.
No, Theo's hip. I think he's got his jacket and stuff.
Okay.
Are you sweet or savory?
Savory.
Savory.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Controlling atoms. I could
Mm.
like move things, I could make things, I could, you know.
You said that so fast.
I mean, I've thought about this.
I struggle with punctuality on occasion, so I would like to be able to stop time. And I would also probably use that time to like go through people's drawers because I'm real nosy.
Uh-oh.
Super salad.
What's in the super salad?
What would you prefer, super salad?
Oh, soup or salad. I thought you said like a super salad. Super salad. Super salad. Soup.
Soup.
What would you want to be a member of, the Zetas or the Summers?
Summers.
Thomas, yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Why?
The Zetas are kind of dumb sometimes. Like, the Summers is sort of, you know, maybe the most smartest Zetas out there, but the Summers, you know, maybe it's because they're pretty, I don't know.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I think my
South
next
Africa.
trip's going to be Spain.
I haven't been there in so long in my family.
If you weren't acting, what would you want to be doing?
I am acting, and it's awesome. Oh, if I wasn't acting,
Director.
if I was acting, I'd be doing this. Emergency room doctor.
Okay, and we got one last one. Would you steal candy from a baby?
Who's the baby
Yeah,
and how
they
good's
were
the candy?
Question.
How cute is the baby and how good is the candy? That's what I want to know.
That's good. That's it?
That's all.
Is that all?
Damn
Thank
it.
you, Cream Puffs. You're the best.
Love
Thank
you
you
guys.
for all the little
Sorry,
hearts.
I couldn't read everything while I was talking. I'm not a very good multitasker. Dark chocolates. Dark all the way.